Well, I guess if my phone is in a stand, then it's I can't fiddle with it. I think it's a kind of a pity. You know, people are paying money to basically have this part of the apartment, share the bathroom with me. I'll stay in my room, right? It's kind of a constant ringing sound in there when it's quiet, but I guess it depends who's in, but ow, 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 I make up pain to be adorable. I can't fiddle with my phone from here anyways. Yeah, if I ask you, is there a problem? And you say no. How come you're going around the rest of the town saying there's a massive problem? So if I'm your landlady or housemate type of person, and I say, hey, is everything alright? Because I'm like 24/7 at work here to be your landlady. Is everything alright? Yeah. So you don't want money off your rent, you don't want like any sound insulation in your bedroom or nothing. Cool, so you're going to tell everyone else there's a problem, right? You ask, no problem. Right. Well, I'll tell you what it's like to sleep in the blue room, far room. There's an office next to Boots Opticians. On the left of Boots Opticians, there's a door. You go upstairs, you'll find an office with men in there on laptops. And that room is kind of next to the blue room, maybe a little bit above it. I'm just obviously talking shit. I don't know what they do in there. I don't know what kind of business that is. So I'm obviously talking shit to like try and point fingers at them. You know, it's still farms the problem. There's the pointy man. Right. But yeah, I'm just saying, there's a whining, there's a constant ringing noise. And also, when you completely insulate the room, as in like you don't have wooden blinds, you know, just wooden shutters probably would be better. But if you just completely block out all the sounds and put blackout curtains, you will get to sleep a little easier on your own, right? But you might just sleep ages and ages and not get up for work. Now I slept in the middle room for 9 months, and I quite enjoyed it. I didn't have to go anywhere. So, but at least when my bed is tucked around in the corner, like the actual beeping doesn't quite hit me quite so hard. You know, I come and sit in this room. It's great. I love because I know you can't cross the road without looking. Well, a couple of people did last night, so I'm on delay. So I put up a film last night, and I've seen bits of it, and then my data cut out. I was like, oh shit, I've got one for unlimited data with 3 mobile, and then one with 8 gigabytes of data. And there's a whole backstory for why that is, but the main point is that my 8 gigabytes of data have run out, and the unlimited data I haven't yet paid for, even though it's not due until the 14th of May, and today is the 6th of May, and I missed my universal credit call to find out why am I not paying the housing, what are they called again, the management company, Glennies. Why am I not paying them the £140 that you've been giving me for a couple of years? Well, I was doing that. Yeah, I've got evidence of it on my Barclays. And oh, why didn't you give us your Barclays bank statements? Well, nothing's really going on there. You can see sometimes I do transfer money from myself to myself, and that goes on bills. And so I'm just like, well, you know, you're spending all this money catching benefit cheats, and here's me working full time, but for no pay, obviously. Not yet, because I haven't sold anything. So if I sell all of my videos to individual, you know, rather than being on a label that owns everything, right? If I do that, and then I was to get money, then do I need to pay my welfare back because I was working more than 15 hours a week? Obviously you want to know why I'm not paying my housing company. Well, some people owe me money. Able of Hearts, the letting agency, they owe me some money, but the time's passed when I can claim it. Plus no money for a solicitor to get in contact with them, because I asked them for their records and they said they don't have them. End of story. So Stephen Foster, that used to live here, that stopped, he was struggling to pay. Jeez, I asked them to get 2 people in here, whatever, like just for £1,000 a month, and you know, it's a long story and I might have some parts slightly incorrect, but the general gist of it is that Stephen Foster was struggling to pay from, I think it was like December 2019 onwards, and then he stopped paying from like, I think it was February or March, April, like 2020 of April, and I was already living somewhere, I'd already paid 6 months up front, and like that I was dependent on that income to be able to pay my landlady. I now owe her like 20 grand or something because I've got to pay for all the window frames in the whole place to be updated because I broke some glass. I didn't break the bathroom window off its hinges. That was done by the man at number 19, which was a studio. I lived at 18, sorry house, you don't know it. Well, I say lived. I worked from there. I don't think it was living, but you know, there was a back room. It kind of was 2 beds, but the second bedroom, no windows, no heating. There's a boiler in there. It's the size of a large wardrobe. I was quite comfortable to sleep in there, but I don't think that's a 2-bed at £1,200 a month either. And I asked for a reduction in rent, and they said no, not the landlady, but whoever was representing her. Now, the reason I'm not a landlady is you can't be a landlady and a wanker, right? No, you really can't. You need, it's a 2-person job. Give me a hand, you know. It's fine, I'm just saying, like, if I had the money, I wouldn't be in this situation now. What did I do with all the money that I was eventually given? Like, boom, here's your money that you've been getting bit by bit by bit by bit. Ask my dad, do a Ouija board. Hello, Neil, Philip, Nest. What the fuck is going on here? You know, he's only up at St Joseph's. Dig him up, find out. I don't know. I often think about doing that. Forever in our hearts is what on the grave, on the epitaph, whatever. Wrong. Certainly forever in Hartford. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just trying to say, I woke up like this. Then I've been awake like an hour, and it's just imaginary pain. Let's have a walk about. So yeah, I uploaded a film, and it has me shouting on the 26th of April, and I've got to be honest, that part of my life, I don't remember it, right? I don't. And at the point when I start walking upstairs and going, oh, you married? No, yes you are. You're living together, so it's cool, man. The rules only apply to Christians, do you not know that? I don't know, but it looks like in the Bible days, right? Probably there wasn't a registry office in a church to get married in. Probably they just moved in together. Mum and dad were right with that. Cool, off you go. I'm not making up the rules here, guys. I'm just trying to point. I'm trying to be an advocate for myself and say, shit, I remember doing that. So, now, I also know, for those of us that are still here, I'm in pain. Why is your teenager hitting their head? I know, because you're a bad parent. Probably. You're not listening to your kids. Yeah. Oh. Too late, you said we're bad. Huh? We are bad. Well, it's weird, because if you look at the NIV Bible, for example, or not just the NIV, I think it's also the NLT, New Living Translation, New International Version. Look in those Bibles in Genesis. Find the word, the bit where God said it is good. It's in the King James, man. For what it's worth, it's in the King James. Good. You know, not NIV, not NLT. Good. You know, in the beginning, God said good. You know, alright, fine. You know. So I haven't paid my mobile bill. So what I did, so I'm pre-recording. And the funny thing about when I made that video, which I haven't watched the end of, is I genuinely didn't know where my phone was. So it is a bit noisy here, I agree. Now the thing about the cost of the rent here is I was not charging more than what other people in Hartford are charging. Is it more peaceful for them? I don't know, I'm not their landlady. I'm not living with them, I'm not them. I don't know, is it? If I ask you how is everything all right, and you say, this is not my problem. You go and chat outside. You know, I don't know. I never had to live in that room before. I didn't really want you living in the blue room. It's just complicated. You can't see that I have incapacity or handicaps, right? But in black and white, if I write it down for you, can you see the deaf? Can you see someone's deaf? Do you know who deaf? Because I've seen plenty of people that don't know a person is deaf. So if that's an invisible handicap, what if I write it down for you? So I'm not able to move all my bits about without help, right? Not without the money to pay for physio afterwards, and before, and after, and before, and after. Because with EDS, even without a test for KEDS, right? Even without that problem, right? I can't move my shit about on my own, right? You're living with a disabled woman. No, you're not. Yeah, I fucking hate that word. Beep. Bleep me out later. I hate that word. I hate the word disabled, right? Fuck me about, I'm handicapped, right? Shit, man, I better behave, right? I think I've got about 10 to 1 chance of going to hell here, you know. And just getting nonced as a kid is not a guarantee that you're going to go to heaven, Michael Jackson. Sorry, man. You have a choice. I have a choice. Now, because according to a lot of people, I'm a pederast, right? I'm a mederast, but my dad is not a pederast. Okay, well, so I'm a mederast who doesn't watch porn, who's never harmed children. But my dad is not. My dad, does this make sense? Jimmy Savile was innocent. I don't know. I'm just like, alright, I'm in the right jam. I'm in the right jam. But I thought that said jam, but apparently it says much stronger. Apparently. Next gen tell, alright? Next gen tell. Tell Jen next. Because they don't know what to call the next gen, so I might call them gentle. Gentle. Call them gentle. No virtues. Not good. Gotta keep up with Freud. Because I want to suck my dad's cock in my mother's name. And then I'll get all the money and I'll spend it better than you. Stuff like this that makes my disorder seem really interesting, but it's not. It's not. Well, I'll upload this after I get my data back on Friday. Because on Friday I get paid PIP, and then I'll be able to upload this, and that'll be really amazing. And then you'll be able to go, I knew she was evil, and I was like, yes, I am missing a bit. Right, you can block it in if you want. Just block the gap between the synapses, see if that helps. How's it going for you guys? SSRI, SNRI, you know? Antipsychosis. I don't know, I'm just saying, like, I want to work, you know, nobody wants to work with me because I have a bad reputation. But my daddy says she's a writer. No. They knew, my family knew. Dominic, maybe Philip, maybe daddy's dead. Right, my mum, I don't know. I'm not going to phone her and ask her, are you over your tragedy yet? Listen guys, here's a line in the sand. Jesus came across a woman caught in adultery, and the elders, or whoever they were, all the townspeople were ready to stone her to death. And Jesus drew a line in the sand and said, he was without sin cast the first stone. Now that's a very, very long way to get to Amy May. It's not my name. It's my daughter's name. But if she dies in adoption, legally the parents don't have to notify me. Her adoptive parents don't have to tell me if she dies. Cool. Well, I'm not going to phone my mum and find out if she's dead yet, because I know her, I know the stepdad man quite well, and he is truly evil. He's making choices to be one way or another, but me, I'm just missing a bit, okay? So if you're looking at devils, or I don't know, but there's a line in the sand that ends in A line in the sand. She ain't having children. Oh shit, she already did, didn't she? Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, yeah. What was it, a baby chicken? I have a baby chicken. Hello, I'm a baby chicken. Served up for Christmas now. Did she die at that point? I don't know. How the fuck would I know? If I say I know, I'm delusional. But not disabled. So it's cool. It's cool. Like £1,700 is plenty of honey. Alright? £1,700 a month is enough to not live on the streets. Now, this place is going on the market soon. Do you think we'll get a buyer? I don't know. But once the money's gone, it's gone. I have to pay for surgery. Now, Philip has told me he does have some of my money, but not very much. He's going to pay the surgeon for the consultation. No, he's not. No, you're not, Phil. Dom, are you okay? Schmat, you know, we've seen it all in my family. The lack of money. Anyway, if you guys can legally have sex together, that's awesome. Awesome. I hope you're living together. Or at least, you know, be loyal. I don't know how to explain, but, you know, put a ring on it. I don't know, man. I really don't know, but I'm just like, I'm in pain. Apparently I make that up because I have BPD. Right. Thanks for joining me. I don't know if there was any more. Done.